Today we will talk about the importance of somatic connection in movement as a practice of organizing or regulating our energies in our body centers. Also, we will talk about the directions and the dynamic way that life force can be organized within a relationship. If we imagine our body form as a space-time point of reference, the connection between 2 points is an acne. The acne is now the representation of a relationship. So in a relationship, the communication, of course, is the most important thing. So when we communicate, it is essential the transfer of information in a relationship, and the understanding it is proportional to the organization and function between the life force energy that circulates in or out and between the two members of a relationship. One other concept is, in order to go higher, we have to have a solid foundation. And we can imagine in the case of a skyscraper, the deeper we go, so the higher we can build. In the same way, we can think our bodies as energetic pillars that connects with our energy, the sky and the earth. The quality of energy that we have as a living human systems can be heavy or can be light. The heaviness or the lightness depends upon the way that we organize, inside and around us the energy of the life force. The quality of energy can be heavy and drives us down to the earth, to the planet, or light and frees us from the gravity of the planet. In a relationship, the type of connection also determined by the energy loss between the 2 points of reference. If there is a lot of loss of energy between the two members of a relationship, then there is noise and the information is not so easy to pass from one point to another. So connection for this is very important because our energy boundaries of our bodies meet the energy boundaries of the other person. In this area, when my boundary and the boundary of one other individual meets, we're creating a life space, a common living space. And a lot of important aspects taking place in this common living space, in this area. It is a life space that we are sharing with one other human being. We describe here that by focus our attention constantly on the connection, we create a dynamic hyperconnection of two individuals into their relationship. And one metaphor that we will use here to explain this kind of connection, of hyperconnection, is that of a suspension bridge with central pillars. So here the acne that we have said before, it is the relationship, connects the top of the pillars. So in this way we have a hyperconnection. So the wire ropes with a curvature between the pillars of a suspension bridge are the relationship that holds this common contact zone, which is the motorway. Movement of cars is the energy exchanged between two people in a dynamic relationship. The whole structure symbolizes how we can transfer information in a hyperconnection model. We have to note here that it is not a matter of balance between two individuals, two members of a relationship, but it is more a matter of harmony. So, when we seek a hyperconnection, harmony between two members is much more important. In everyday life, of course, we are seeking for balance, and the relationship that we are making is more at the level of survival purposes. So, in such connection, at the highest possible level, the energy loss between the members of such a relationship can be zero. Now, we can imagine a vertical axis inside our body, and energy circulates down and up in two opposite directions. And there is one down in the front side of our body, directed from the head down to the center of gravity of our body, and from this center of gravity grounded down to the earth towards the center of earth. And there is also at the back side of our body one other energy that starts from the bottom of our spine and moving all across our spine, and reaches our hand, and from our hands going out into the space. So, if we have this movement of energy, then we can go also and make a transition and see when we create a dynamic interpersonal communication system with two members, this flow of energy now organized through both individuals and not each one separately as before. In this case, our intention must be continuously on the connection from both members of the relationship in order to have a real vital connection. So then we can change spontaneously those directions of life force quickly between and within each individual, organizing a functional, one single system, living human system with two members. This continuous alternating directions of life force energy as we move together, two bodies moving together, then creates a dynamic blending of energies of the two members, of the two partners. So this blending is a dynamic process because the energy of one partner is not diffusing into the other, and at the same time is not completely separated from the other. With this process, a common contact zone is created at the energy boundaries of each one and between the two individuals, that created and shared by the members of a dynamic relationship. What is the benefits and the meaning of this common living space? The common living space, it delimits us on what it is possible to achieve in a certain relationship beyond our fantasies, projections, or expectations. It puts us in the concept of extension, separation, and individuation as a deep function of a living human system. This is a dynamic way to recognize differences and integrate them quickly by working and extending this common living space. This process at will can develop our functions as living human systems from simpler to more complex, and makes us much more intelligent, which we will talk about in another video. Thank you.